Okay, so today's video is kind of an easy one, almost a lazy one to be honest, but I've fallen so far behind in Ark Survival Evolved that today we're checking out 9 new awesome modded creatures with like an honorable mentions at the very end. Some of these creatures are freaking crazy though, and I even have 2 free codes to give away for like the premium elephant Lord of the Rings mod that we're gonna check out. I'll be replying to like 2 winners with the codes in a couple hours, so comment something random down below to enter for that. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, first on the list is the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗲𝘀𝗀 from 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. This thing's awesome. Like, there's multiple big variants of it depending on the map. They actually look very different. Like, the standard one's really cool, then the aberration one is like much smaller. I'm assuming they're the same age, right? Yeah, they're both adults. I kind of figured it's because like aberration's like different ecosystems require different sizes and such to survive. Also, they're both just so beautiful. Here's like the scorched earth one with anatomical differences built to survive harsh deserts. And here's the alpha, just like the biggest, most awesomest one of them all. They feel freaking amazing. This feels like the exact kind of beast I would traverse mass desert landscapes in. I mean, there's many, but like it's pretty cool. It just makes me feel like I'm in Star Wars, to be honest. You're not gonna get anywhere very fast, but like the vibes will be immaculate on the way there. Trust me, fellas, the big ones may not be as fast, but the ride there is a lot more fun. God damn it. Okay, the first attack is just a standard bite, but evidently it does like 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀𝗀 style pierce damage if you're biting something that's within your jaws already. Look at that freaking mouth, dude. That's horrifying. I actually hadn't seen this thing open its mouth yet. The teeth are laid out in like the ultimate grabbing and tearing ripping formation. It's actually very impressive. Okay, I wonder if I could bite, or I wonder if I could pick up this trach. The trach is too big, which makes sense. Wow, that bite is crazy though. What about a turtle? Yeah, that gets right up in there. And then you can just kind of... Oh, awesome. Just ragdoll it back and forth like my dog when he gets a hold of just about anything. That is crazy. I guess it grabs anything up to the drag weight of 295 and apparently doesn't damage him when it's in their mouth, but I don't know, dude. I just saw blood come off when we did that. It's just like a mother lion safely transporting her cubs with her mouth, but then also the option to rip it into shreds. That's good. X is a pretty good maul. This thing is crazy, dude. And then C is the terror roar, which scares small wild creatures away. This is pretty freaking terrifying. There's an aesthetic roar also. That'd be pretty cool if it wasn't drowned out by the freaking Ark leveling music. And then control it could sit and heal itself over time. I wouldn't even care if it could heal itself, dude. When creatures have a sit animation, it's so beautiful. Like, role-playing can be kind of corny sometimes, but the second your creature sits down, I don't know, I feel like I'm just traversing the landscapes. Could we pick up this snake? Oh my god, we can. There's no way we didn't just inflict damage onto it. It looks like we didn't, though. That's crazy. Obviously, results may vary, but I just want to see this dude pop a dodo into its mouth. It looks so freaking disturbing on the mod page. They clearly spent such a large amount of time making sure that it really enjoys those dodos. Okay, so after that, I could sacrifice my little buddies. This one was like a son to me. Chew it gently. This photo would go so hard in Ark in like 2017. I swear to God. Oh, my bird. Hang on. Wait, what happened? Did he just take my bird from me? I zoned out hardcore. I didn't see it. Wait, what just happened there? I was like all locked in, and then I started thinking about album covers and everything went to hell. Is there no dodo eating animation? Did they just magically disappear from your hands when the dude's hungry again? I gotta get up to like the face. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, okay. The bird just disappeared. So he just kind of takes him passively, but that sucks, dude. I was hoping there was like, damn it. I was hoping there was some whole cool eating animation that was super upsetting and slightly disturbing to whoever offered their birds over, but I guess this is for the best anyways. Because it could already put stuff in its mouth, you know what I mean? Like, it's like halfway there. It could totally do it, but it's fine, you know, it's still a cool creature. It's still like infinitely better than anything I could make. Did I just get scared? That scared the crap out of me right there. All right, here's our buddy. On the mod page, it's picking up a raptor, and it's super cinematic looking. I must recreate this beauty. You little rat. Ah, there we go. Whoa, oh god! I tried to hop off it, and I was hoping the raptor would stay in its jaws. I was like, this would be the coolest way to tame something. Either way, this thing's awesome, but let's move on. Up next, we've got the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝗀𝗀 from 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 like 5 minutes. It's weirdly entertaining. I'd love to have like 30 of these out front of my base. Just kind of look the synchronicity Here we've got the normal one. We've got, oh, that seems race. I guess they're all normal. Here we've got the default one, the aberrant one, and the scorched earth one. I love how scorched earth stuff has like more feathers and such in 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 to help regulate body temperature, I imagine. And the aberrant ones are always the smallest in her mods, just because they get the food smaller. It's like harder to survive there. It helps if they're smaller. I'm sure there's reasons. And the standard one's just like a combination of both of them. Now, this thing is some groundbreaking creature. A lot of these I've added just because of their like originality and just because how they look like generally really cool dinosaurs. Like, I don't think this thing actually existed, but if it did, it would fit right into the freaking stuff. You know what I mean? To tame one of these things, you just kind of freaking go up to it, feed it a piece of meat, and then you initiate a taming dance minigame. And based on how well you dance is like how well like the percentage of taming is. And then also, if there's a large aggressive dinosaur, evidently you could dance to it and you initiate the dancing minigame. And evidently, that if you do the game successfully, you could turn large aggressive dinosaurs into a passive tame, which is very crazy if you could actually dance that well. Okay, so this thing's hostile, right? This is a hostile T-Rex. It's C, that's the honk. And the honk initiates the dancing. All right, sweet. The minigame, I mean. I'm terrified right now. Did we do an angry dance, a cute dance, or a silly dance? I'll do an angry dance. What was it if like two have their ass in the air and one is still? What does it even mean? Is the ass in the air silly or angry? I don't fully understand what's happening right now. Oh God! I think I danced wrong. No, we danced right. I've earned its love. Damn, dude, I'm pretty good at dinosaur dancing, and now it becomes a pass. No, it's not. It's not passive. Maybe by passive tame, they mean like it's a tame that's now passive and not attacking us. Not in the sense that we're able to passive feed it meat, which I don't see happening. Unless I did something wrong. That was my first dance. I'm new. All right, so I'm going to approach it and feed it a meat, which enables the dancing. He's throwing moves at me. He's doing pretty good. It's like a very careful routine here. Okay, all right. So I think he just does his routine, then I do my routine. And if the routines are like fitting, then they'll suffice. I feel like I shouldn't be crouched for this. Oh, I did terrible. Look at it. Even like normally they just come up to you and start shaking their junk. They're very willing to dance. They're kind of slutty. They're also all men. Even better. I'm just kidding. Okay. I will learn how to dance. See, it's like question marks, primary, secondary, and X though. It's not the same as when like we already have one. It's a whole different thing. He's just been getting down for like a minute. He had some good moves, I'm not gonna lie. But if I like click X, right? Is that like a dance move? And then... Sweet! I did it! I impressed the dinosaur! My dancing is out of this world. No, but like, where do we go from here, you and I? All right, hit him with one of these. No, it didn't work though. See, sometimes it just makes me lay down. Oh God, life is so difficult. Okay, hang on. You. All right, hit him with some of these. Wow, I literally just left clicked. Okay, so it's just X. X is screwing me up entirely. Well, the other one was pretty impressed already. Let's not act like I'm not a good dino dancer. All right, I'm gonna hit him with that right click. Oh shit. And then the third one, I'm just gonna freaking... Oh, I forgot what the second one was. I wasn't paying attention. Impressed once again. Still 0.0% taming. The taming efficiency on this server is just the worst, bro. But regardless, I'm a pretty good dancer according to this 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀. Oh, I ruined it. Whatever. This is ridiculous. Up next, we have a premium mod, the 𝗕𝗂𝘀𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, which is literally the giant freaking olifants from Lord of the Rings. I think that's what they're called. Like, it's literally perfect, and it comes with multiple different variants. There's a normal version, there's a dwarf version, which is absolutely adorable, to be honest, because they each come with these, like, super specific skins that are just right out of Lord of the Rings. See, without it, you can't ride on top of it. God, even the war paint on them is so amazing. But with it, you get this dope, like, it's perfect up there. You even get this awesome little pirate's wheel. Like, what could you not... What else could you need? Actually, a huge freaking fan of Lord of the Rings. These Darth Maul spikes on top of its head. Everything's absolutely perfect. The tech version's weird. I don't get it. It's cool that it's in there. It's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. But I don't get it whatsoever. But this big one, not only can you get this like awesome platform saddle, but you can get this awesome little saddlebags and then like the foot spikes too. Just every part of it's amazing. Once you dismount up here, you have absolute free roam. If you're like, you could man the archers, you know what I mean? You can't access the second part up there, which does kind of suck, but I think we all know after all these years that any extension of a saddle, though fun, will be janky as hell. Eventually, you're going to fall off a really really stupid way. Unfortunately, to tame this thing, it's like the typical shoot cannonballs at its head strategy, which is just terrible, bro. I'm sure a lot of people are good at it. I'm just not one of them. Dude, the way the saddle freaking moves as the elephant moves. Oh my god, that's so perfect. Wow, that's amazing. You gotta love the suicide netting too. Oh, that's just like a second layer for them to stand on. Comes with a freaking jab, a grab, a roar, a sweep, and a stomp, and an end. Wait, a dance routine? No. Hang on. We still have the moves up from the other one. I was like, what do you mean it has a dance routine? That doesn't make any sense. So if we spawn a Rex in front of us, can we grab the Rex? Unfortunately, it looks like the Rex is beyond our grabbing potential, which does make a lot of sense. It is still a freak, like the size isn't, it would be a little ridiculous. Would have been crazy though. Would have probably been very overpowered as well. But what about a Trach? Had he maybe been under us? That's so awesome. Something about that. He looks kind of twisted and mangled in there, but still, like, the easy transportation of dinosaurs with your giant elephant truck is... He looks pretty twisted and mangled in there, like he's in hell, really. But being able to transport dinosaurs with your giant elephant trunk is amazing. This is so cool. Now we just, like, traverse the landscape holding an elephant in our trunks while maintaining... This is good living. The jab is... Oh my god, you just kind of throw them. That's insane. That's how you let them go. That's the coolest part of all of it. Hang on. I gotta get him back now. I gotta see how far we could lob him. All right, so there he's in our grasp, and then we just kind of let him go. Wow. Oh, he just goes flying. We really got some distance. Look how far he is behind us. Properly utilized, I feel like that could be the greatest thing ever. Here's our jab, which I just realized is done with the tusks. That makes a lot more sense. For a second, I thought it'd be done with, like, the trunk, which just seemed ridiculous. Yeah, dude, that trike just died well behind us. The AoE on that is criminal. Now, the little one does seem to have the same attacks as well, though I imagine, probably can't lift the same stuff. Let's say a raptor, right? We could just grab the raptor up. Nice. Honestly, this is very awesome, too. Like, this would come in handy for sure. It's dying as I transport it, but, he's getting there. What about when we let him go? Does he go flying? Holy crap! Dude got distance. Which brings us to the freaking boss variants, the Forsaken Tyrant. Just for added insult to injury, it's got no skin. The freaking colossal titan of the elephants. This thing is disturbing as hell. It's got a 5% chance to replace a full herd of, like, wild elephants. So, like, that's your chance of running into it. It's got 3 to 5 million health, and it's flayed. That's, like, why it looks like this. It wasn't skinned, it was flayed. It's partially cooked. Absolute monstrosity, this thing. It's got the same attacks as the others. Honestly, this seems like something that you just kind of avoid like crazy. It doesn't even have any, like, prizes listed on the mod page for killing it. Its spikes up top are even more definitive. Honestly, the Darth Maul hair spikes these things have going is... I've never really noticed it this much. Look at those stomps. God, it's freaking huge. Disturbing. Look like the blood down around its feet from, like, it being flayed, but not its feet being touched. I feel like this one could pick up a freaking dwarf. Totally could. It's T-Rex on the back chewing us up. I just want to see if we could pick up this other T-Rex. We're certainly big enough. I don't know if it's, like, coded in just yet because this one's not tameable, so there'd be no need for such a thing. Yeah, I'm stupid. Apparently a big part of this creature is just specifically its throwing. Like, that was a big thing the mod devs intended. I thought it was just some byproduct of, like, holding onto creatures, but no, it's literally meant to be able to throw, like, explosive dodos and shrapnel bombs and other stuff at your enemies. Honestly, throwing wild dinos over their walls would be pretty hilarious, too. Okay, so we're doing this in a very random order. So number 2 on the list is the dogs from the Creatures in Myth mod. These things are freaking incredible, dude. Might be a little bit biased on this one because there's, like, a German Shepherd. My buddy Odin's a German Shepherd. It's kind of beautiful. He doesn't look like this, but it's still, like, you know what I mean? They actually move pretty good too. Like, they move like dogs. I forgot the bulldog's like pregnant or something for some reason. Like, it looks totally normal there, but then once you start walking, it has like these udders that just start swinging like crazy. As far as I can tell, though, that's only the bulldog. The German Shepherd's pretty au naturel, right? Yeah, dude, German Shepherds are awesome. Unfortunately, riding like this would accelerate the hell out of their, like, genetically predispositioned arthritis and hip dysplasia. But still, it's a good boy right there. Oh my god. That was insane. There's a lot to unpack right there. Do they all do this? Does, like, the paw noises on the ground sound like spinal cord cracking? Kind of horrifying for a second. Wow, it's just the cutest thing ever. Do they all do this? Hang on. What's going on, buddy? All right. Oh, this one doesn't do anything. Oh, this one sniffs. It's a whole different button. This one sniffs and sits down with C. The other one does dog tricks with X. But this one does nothing for X. The other one does nothing for C. Very interesting. Dog science. What about the German Shepherd? What do you do, buddy? Oh, he just sits and sniffs also. Is it just the Ridgeback that does adorable tricks? What about the Doberman? Oh, he does them too. Does he do different tricks? Oh my god, this is so well done. There's a lot of work put into this. So yeah, the second creature on this list is 4 creatures, but they kind of count as one. There's a bunch of other stuff in this mod too, though. Like, you're definitely getting a lot more than dogs, because what the hell is this thing? We got fireballs, which look like they will crash my game. Either way, they're adorable. I'm going to delete them with codes, because I can't stand to see. I saw one of their bodies die when I was like testing stuff out. It was too much. Okay, this next one dropped like a month ago, I think, but I've been out of Ark for a while, and it looked freaking incredible, dude. A Gen 2 Indominus Rex. Look how freaking long and slender this thing is, and vibrant. It looks horrible. It looks like a viper, dude. It looks absolutely terrifying. All right, it's got the standard bites, which even that, it's snapping down so freaking ruthlessly, and its tail's like snapping as it does it. Oh my god, that's so cool looking. The stomp, the claw swipe, the freaking... all of them, even the camouflage is all sweets. But this grab is such a... oh my god, that's so cool. What the hell? It's like instead of the typical like translucent predator type vibes that you get, this thing actually cycles through colors just based off the surrounding area. Oh no, we went back to normal. Is that because I moved, or it looks like it just kind of fluctuates? Damn, dude, that's incredible. I don't know how you would even begin to code this into something. It's like legit active camo now. Like it just... well, not there. Hang on. Give it a second. He's doing his best. What's the biggest stuff it could grab, though? Because the grab... holy crap! It's crazy we stay camouflage while we're doing stuff, too. This guy's clearly too big to grab, but that grab is just the coolest thing because it's right out of the movie right there. Everything about this creature is so cool, but the grab, dude, the grab, because it's movie authentic. It looks like it's kind of almost doing... no, it's fine. it's totally fine. This is the greatest Indom I've ever seen in a video game ever. It's so freaking beautiful. All right. Look how adorable that is. Up next, we have the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝗀, which is from the Paleo Ark Evo Rulers of the Wasteland mod. This thing's like a month old, to be honest. I almost didn't include it, but it's freaking amazing. Not only is it just one of the coolest Spinosaurus-looking creatures I've ever seen with its like beautiful elongated snout and giant bipedal shape, but it's got this whole heat aspect to it that kind of supercharges it, looking like evolved Godzilla. Plus, like, the freaking saddle chained onto the side is crazy. That's like the most original thing ever. It's beautiful because that's typically how this would actually go down. Those other leather straps we're just fooling ourselves. Dude, this is it. Okay, what makes this thing extra special is it's like heat gauge down below, or heat gauge. I've completely forgot how to pronounce that word for some reason. As you do your claw swipe, it gathers, like it goes up. Actually, you don't even need to freaking be killing a dinosaur. Are you serious? You can just heat yourself up on your own? I mean, it completely makes sense. You're still going through the physical movement. I just didn't realize that. See, like, the freaking spine heating up more and more as it goes on. What makes it so awesome, though, is that, like, tier 1, 26 to 50% heat, you get 10% more damage. And then at tier 2, 51 to 85% heat, you get 15% more damage. At tier 3, 86 to 99%, which we just entered, you get 20% more damage. I just bit my cheek pretty damn hard. But then once you cap it out, that's tier 4, and you just, like, exhaust yourself with heat exhaustion. You can't sprint or, like, attack or anything, but you do still regenerate at, like, an impressive speed. There's a whole lot to unpack with this thing, but it's, like, pretty simple once you kind of just get the hang of it. I'm going to decrease my heat because I'm stupid and didn't think about it. I think, yeah, biting is just the main way to decrease your heat. Maybe because, like, we're exhaling the hot air from us or just opening our mouth so it's able to escape. Either way, I didn't think this through. I shouldn't have done that. Because with this creature, it's also advantageous to stack up your malice, which you get from, like, killing dinosaurs. How heavy they are determines how much malice you get from killing them. And then, basically, once this is full, you could activate your simmering malice, which locks you in at a specific temperature. So that's also good to do at, like, the freaking tier 3. There's a whole lot of stuff going on here. But once you activate the malice, it gets these glowing red eyes that are just amazing. This creature's nuts. Pretty sure the entire purpose of this mode is just to attack as much as you possibly can without having to worry about, like, overheating your dinosaur. And then if you could lock it in at tier 3, then you also get that huge damage boost. So it's like, it's pretty good, because otherwise this thing will overheat pretty easy, even though you could just bite to remove it. But yes, this thing's beautiful. I could get into like taming each of these, but I've already been recording for an hour and these videos suck if they're over 20 minutes. So I think from here on out, I'll just like say what to do. Typically, you just kind of see it basking in the sun. You want to inflict damage on its sails, specifically only its sails, which will make it come over and start attacking you. As it attacks you, its body heat will start to rise, eventually overheating to the point where it has to like gasp and get air and such, at which point you want to do fire damage to its sails specifically. When it's like in this stage, the fire arrows themselves will induce torpor from heat exhaustion and thus eventually taming the creature. I'd love to go through that. I think I just really need another survival series, one that's not overran with kaiju and terrible. What's absolutely astounding about this mod as well, it's just one of the greatest dinosaur, but that's like Paleo Ark's always incredible though, is this, dude, this freaking structure, this like item you can place down that just showcases the two dinosaurs of the mod fighting each other. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. This is like such high quality, amazing stuff to just include in your mod for no reason. Like the amount of talent that went into this, and it's like legit a good fight too. Like they're both really giving each other the business. Like it's like a good equal pair. I feel like we've just come a long way from like statues you'd place down where it was just dinosaurs doing crazy humping sex animations. Look how far the community's gone. Although, can you imagine the dino adult animations they can make now, dude? Honestly, mind-blowing. I really hope to God it never happens. Up next, we got the Titan Killer, which is a giant, awesome update to the T-Rex Titan mod. This used to look so freaking big and gymongous, so now this exists, and this just looks like food. There's legit not much to even say about this thing. It's hands down one of the coolest things I've ever seen in this game. I feel like I'm gonna have to grind for like 50 hours to get it, but this seems like one of those things that's probably worth it. I want to like remake a PvP server with my subscribers like we used to back in the olden days, but with like this kind of crap. It's always destroyed by some alpha tribe, but the first couple weeks is really fun because it's not even super broken. Level 56, 50,000 health. Obviously, it probably wouldn't be level 56 when it does stuff, but I mean, it's not like we have Godzilla. I just had to look through the files before I say something. It still feels like, I don't know, maybe I dreamt it. I could have sworn this thing had like I saw a giant sword option or something for it in the files. I feel like I did. I still feel like I did, and I just can't remember where. Or it just doesn't exist because there's actually no photos of that anywhere. But if it did, dude, if this thing could wield a giant sword, I feel like, because it's got the thumbs. It's got thumbs that could do just, with thumbs, you could achieve anything. Okay, it's actually a pretty expensive egg. 2,500 elements. That's pretty crazy. Couple trophies from some big fellows and a good amount of corrupted nodules. But yeah, it's not too expensive because it's actually not that overpowered or anything because it doesn't have its sword. I'm unable to like use the fire breath right now. I was just testing it out on this one. I went to the mod page and evidently it's like down or something because of an ASA update. I'm not entirely sure because I'd imagine that would make this a lot better too. But you get this like dope little seat up here, which is pretty cool. Like you're just a little dude existing on this big armored giant. I should have moved on a while ago, but realistically, if this was dropped in Ark like 3 or 4 years ago, everyone would have freaking crapped their pants. We're just so spoiled now that this is just another day. Back in my day, we got excited for big dinosaurs. Up next, we have the Plateosaurus, which I don't know if this thing actually existed or not, but it looks incredible, dude. It's one of the actual like best looking dinosaurs I've seen in a while. Like just the way it moves and like slumps itself through the desert. I genuinely believe this thing's making like a long trek somewhere. This creature has nothing too amazing about it except it can turn narco berries into fermented narco berries, which give you double the value of narco berries while only costing double the amount. Honestly, this like get up with this gun with this dinosaur and like watching it trek through the sand kind of just speaks for itself. Just like the others, you can get this dinosaur linked down below. There's not really much big PowerPoint to it besides it just looks awesome. But like, isn't that the whole point of dinosaurs anyways? Up next, we have the 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀 from the Paleo Ark Rulers of the Wasteland mod. I definitely just butchered that pronunciation, but this thing is absolutely godly, dude. I mean, just like the other, but these hands it's got, everything about it honestly might be a lot cooler than the Spinosaurus variant counterpart. Okay, it's a little confusing because the mod page refers to its like quadruped move as Thunder Wave, and on here it's Thunder Pulse, and then the biped is Thunder Clap. But either way, once it charges up enough kinetic energy by getting hits, honestly, much like Black Panther's suit, which is pretty cool. It could either do its thunderclap attack or its thunder pulse attack, depending on if it's like quadruped or biped. The thunderclap is like disorienting and can ground flyers and such, but the thunder pulse, that one's crazy. This one just basically emits the same effect as like an electric eel, so it stuns things, but the crazy part is it could like defibrillate. Like if there's an unconscious ally on the ground next to you, it could zap them back to life, and like the amount of stamina you have determines how much like you could zap them back, how much torpidity you could remove with that, which I think is just like the craziest thing ever. Not to mention it looks amazing, but what's trippy about it, as the herbivore, it builds up energy by getting attacked, and the other one builds up energy by attacking, so it's like really cool the way they did that. We're gonna build up some energy by letting these Rexes chew on me. That should do it, right? Does that do it? Does that not? Oh, it's because I have freaking Deb commands on. Yeah, we're taking a good deal of damage from it as well, which is unfortunate. Let's hit him with a freaking... I don't know what... Oh my god, look, it's starting to glow through its armor. That's so cool how these two creatures do. We're gonna die. We're gonna die any second now. All right, let's go ahead and emit one of these. Do we not have enough? Yeah, it's got to be 100. I thought we could just do like a weaker one at 63%. It's got to be all the way. All right, I guess just bite me up. Oh, it's unfortunate. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Yeah, there is. Like, attacking them also gathers some. Looking backwards and left clicking will do a tail swipe. In this stance, it will slowly absorb kinetic energy. All right. Pretty freaking slowly. I don't know if that's working. Oh, God. We're going to die, bro. No, we're going to get one good shot right before dead. Wow, look at the range on that. Oh, my God. And then it just gets to safely escape. Probably could have killed him if I would have taken advantage of that. A little too late now, I imagine. Nope, there was still time. Now it's too late. Then if we go biped, let's see what the other one does. Look how incredibly massive this dinosaur is, dude. It just like effortlessly towers over T-Rexes. That's so crazy to me. And it could block too. This is probably the way to do it. The way to absorb energy. Block, buddy. Yeah, this is it. This is the golden thing right here. Wow, I should have done this before. I feel real stupid, man. I didn't know what how to block. That's a total game changer right there. All right, thunderclap. Looking straight up like Evolved Godzilla before hitting that one mega beam at the end of the previous movie. Dude, that thing is sweet. Look at that freaking stance it takes upon throwing those swings. Just an incredible creature. And you could just go ahead and block the rest of it, absorbing more kinetic energy. This is probably the greatest thing we've looked at so far today. I'm smitten, just like standing here with my hands crossed, taking the abuse. I'm gonna hit him with one more thunderclap because that's how I roll. Plus, it's really cool. It didn't do much, but I think he got the point. Yeah, this creature is very, very special. I love it very much. Okay, now time for the honorable mention at the very end of this, which is literally just a bionic dinosaur skin, but I just dropped $5 on it, and it looked pretty cool. Honestly, I don't know if it's worth $5. Like, the detail isn't super there, but it does make some of them look pretty sweet. Like, this raptor's got a warning label on it. Actually, the raptor does look pretty awesome. I think just the stego's not like grabbing me, but this, holy hell, this is crazy. Wow, this is the coolest. This kind of like redeems the stego for me right here. Dude, that is the coolest looking. All right, sweet. So, okay, I'm getting my $5 worth. Over here, the bison. Yeah, the bison looks pretty good too. The bison looks terrifying, dude. This is something I'd like to see fighting cowboys in like our cyberpunk future. Like, we shouldn't be using actual animals anymore. We should move on to this. And then the Spino actually is the most impressive. The Spino is where you get the majority of your money's worth with this. This actually looks really good. Like, that's fancy. It looks like a freaking Lamborghini Spinosaurus. There's like multiple variants as well, like a different couple different colors for each one. More green options, more neon options for the... What am I doing? Selling pants? Those look cool though, I'm gonna be honest. Pretty sweet. But this right here, I do hope for $5. There's more on the way though, but like as long as you keep this kind of quality up, there's no issue. Whoa, look at it from the front. That's crazy. That's freaking disturbing right there. What the hell? Either way, there's the mods. These creatures were freaking awesome. The modded community's doing incredible. Every one of them's linked down below also, obviously. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.